This is Meteo Mundo.
Hi everyone, I'm Meteo Mundo Chief Meteorologist Rusty McCready. This is your detailed Bahamas forecast for Wednesday, September the 6th. And man, have we been enjoying some beautiful weather lately. Really dried out nice, and that's where we'll begin this. We'll talk more about the changes coming up for the weekend, but at this point in time, this is the live radar for you right now, and you can see that sweep coming through for this Wednesday early afternoon. There is not any rain on the board for right now. We're looking beautiful for Grand Bahama and Eleuthera and Abaco, down towards Andros and Nassau. Just a great day to be outdoors, Walker's Key, even Bimini. Everything's looking absolutely fantastic. Obviously, down the road, we'll need to start paying more attention to what's happening with Tropical Storm Lee, which is going to become a hurricane at any point in time today, okay? And then it's going to become a major hurricane by early in the week. And we're talking about at least a Category 4 with winds of 150 miles an hour as it shaves the Leeward Islands, potentially missing the Leeward Islands by just a couple of hundred miles, and then continuing that northwest track. Now, obviously, we will have to pay close attention to that as we get towards early next week. The models on that spaghetti plot that extend out just slightly beyond the Hurricane Center's official track do begin that recurve to the north around the western edge of the Atlantic high pressure area. So you get the clockwise winds around it. We're going to try and turn Lee to the north before it gets anywhere near the Bahamas. That's great news. At this point in time, none of the global models have anywhere near direct impact for the Turks and the Caicos and the Bahamas. And that's great because Lee will probably be a Category 4 or Category 5 hurricane for a time. I can actually show you the GFS model for us here. I'll put that into motion for you right now. And that's the end of it, but we'll let it loop back through. Again, you can just see how large and powerful Lee is going to become. It's going to be a buzzsaw. Again, hopefully no direct impacts to the Leeward Islands. And then for us, that track right now would be about 500 miles east of the islands, okay? That would be great. Now look, it is gonna kick up the sea conditions. There's no doubt about that. Large easterly swells begin to move in sometime over the weekend and especially early in the next week. It's also gonna obviously bring a surge of tropical moisture. Rain chances will be going up with Lee. But again, just put this in the back of your head that there is a very large, powerful hurricane that'll be moving into the western Atlantic, and we just need to keep very close attention to it. Promise you, I'll do that for you right here. Now, if you're doing some boating on this Wednesday, you can't beat it. If you're heading out from Grand Bahama, east winds at around 5 to 10 knots, that's it. Seas in the sheltered locations 1 to 2 feet. You get into the exposed waters of the Atlantic, you obviously see a little bit higher seas, but things are looking pretty good for us here, and that'll continue for your Thursday as well. Got 4 tides today, both at Freeport Harbor and Settlement Point. We're coming up on a high tide here on this Wednesday afternoon. Your low tide will be later on this evening. And sunset, by the way, it's getting a little bit shorter in time. I hate it this time of the year when we start losing a little bit of daylight. That's going to be at 7:29. For Grand Bahama for today, we're talking about Freeport, Lucaya, West End. Just a beautiful afternoon. Partly cloudy skies, 87 the daytime high, still steamy. You know that. Feels like temperature of 98. We'll have a gentle easterly wind on the island. For the 5-day forecast, we're going to be dry for tomorrow as well. Just a 20% chance for a shower on Friday, but then I'm going to build in some of that tropical moisture ahead of Lee as our winds kind of turn more out of the south and southeast. We'll get a 40% chance for some scattered showers out there. Look for daytime highs to remain in the upper 80s. And again, what happens to our forecast early next week will ultimately depend on how close Lee will get, and that's something I'll closely monitor. For Nassau, we're looking great. New Providence, 88 the daytime high for today under mostly sunny skies. Very pleasant. Northeast breeze there right around 8 to 12. Feels like temperature of 97 degrees, but again, it's a beautiful outdoor day. For Nassau's 5-day forecast, we'll have a 30% chance for storms on Friday, but I am upping the rain chance a little bit higher for places like Nassau and to the islands to the farther south and to the east, all the way down to the Turks and Caicos. You'll just start to see that tropical moisture invade your areas a little bit more. Quicker, that is, so storms will be likely both Saturday and Sunday. Daytime highs will remain in the upper 80s. Enjoy a beautiful couple of days, friends. I'll keep you updated on the forecast over the weekend, what's happening with Lee. And if you want that latest information, that detailed forecast for the Bahamas, all you have to do is like and subscribe right here to Meteo Mundo.